Look at this, the Gustav Line that ran for hundreds of miles across Italy during World War II. It was a German defensive position that barred the way to Rome for Allied troops, and central to it was Monte Cassino. Monte Cassino is the mountain above the town of Cassino, through which ran the main route to the Italian capital. It was the perfect vantage point for German forces, so capturing it was essential for the Allies to breach the Gustav Line and advance towards Rome. But it turned into one of the bloodiest engagements of World War II. Amongst the troops involved were those from Britain, America, Canada, France, India, New Zealand, South Africa and Poland. But it took 4 attempts to break the Gustav Line. Why? If you take a look at the terrain around Monte Cassino, you get an idea of why this was such a challenge. Despite Allied forces planning a coordinated attack in the mountain, their first attempt failed. What went wrong? Well, for a start, they were fighting uphill against strategic German defences. Not just the terrain, but the winter weather wasn't in their favour. Plus, the plan to draw German forces away from Monte Cassino by landing thousands of troops at Anzio didn't work. The Germans pulled in reinforcements from elsewhere, so the Allies got stuck at Anzio. The Allies took a different approach for their second attack. This is 1,000 tons of high explosives being dropped onto the monastery that sat on top of Monte Cassino. But why target a monastery? Well, the Allies suspected it was being used by the Germans as an observation point. While New Zealand forces targeted the town, Indian troops were tasked with an attack on Monastery Hill. But the bombing worked against them. The Allies weren't in position, giving elite German paratroopers time to occupy the ruins before the attack came, and they were forced to withdraw. So what next? Well, having destroyed the monastery, the Allies turned their attention to the town of Cassino. Another bombing raid saw it flattened, and it devastated German troops. So why wasn't that the end of the story? Well, the destruction made it difficult for the Allies to bring forward their tanks. There was vicious fighting, but again, no breakthrough. And that takes us to the 4th and final battle of Cassino. Lessons were learned, and this time it was a carefully coordinated offensive. It began with an artillery barrage at 4 different points in the Cassino area. Hard fighting saw tanks and infantry edge their way forward to break the Gustav Line. Troops at Anzio broke out to threaten the German rear, while Polish forces took on the defenders of the monastery and won. After 4 months of bitter fighting and tens of thousands of lives lost, Monte Cassino had finally fallen. Thanks for watching. For more from Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.